boys and girls, welcome to another episode of Story Time with Aunty Marybeth. Yay! Alright, today we're going to be telling a story from Africa. As usual, right?
Yeah.
Right, today I'm going to be telling you the story of the rabbit and the hidden spring. Once upon a time, somewhere in beautiful Africa, there was a dry land and there came a famine.
Oh no.
There was no food in the land. The water began to dry up in the springs and in the rivers. The trees began to shed their leaves because the leaves were dead and brown. Even the land was so dry it could crack like crackers. The sun was scorchingly hot. Even the animals couldn't get food to eat.
Oh no.
People were hungry, starving. Even the animals were. But somewhere in that land, there was someone who wasn't starving or worried like the rest of them.
Who was it?
The good old calm Mr. Rabbit, with his big ears that could hear sounds from many miles away. Before the famine came, Mr. Rabbit looked around one day and looked at the sky and said, "Looks like the rains are not coming this year." And so he went to work looking for a solution. He went out and walked and scouted through the forest to see if there was anywhere conducive or suitable for him to plant. And then he found a hidden spring that nobody knew about.
Wow.
He came home and took his wife and his children. They went with seeds and stems and all that they need to plant a beautiful garden.
So that's why people were hungry?
Yes. So while all of the land was starving because there was no rain and there was no food, good Mr. Rabbit had lots of yams and vegetables, maize and all kinds of foods in his little garden.
Wow. So nice.
Now, another thing about Mr. Rabbit was he wasn't greedy or boastful. So every morning they would go with their little basket and they would come back with what they need, enough for him and his family. Until one day, Mr. Tortoise decided to go and find out because the animals noticed that Mr. Rabbit and his family were looking healthy, strong, and happy, even with the famine. So Mr. Tortoise knocked on the door and Mr. Rabbit came to the door. "Oh, Mr. Tortoise, to what do I owe this beautiful visit?" "Oh, Mr. Rabbit, you need to help me and my family. My children are starving. My wife is hungry. We are tired and we are about to die. How do you get to look the way you look? And feel, you look so strong. Come in." And then he invited his wife to bring some food for Mr. Tortoise. The tortoise was in awe. He ate. And after that, he ate. And after that, Mr. Rabbit said, "I'm going to show you something. Come over here tomorrow and I'll take you somewhere." So he gave him some food to take home to his family. And the next day, they went on a journey to the forest. When Mr. Tortoise saw the garden, he was in shock. "How did you get this? What did you do?" And Mr. Rabbit was kind enough to say, "I'm going to help you and your family by giving you part of the land. After all, the spring doesn't belong to me. It belongs to all of us." And the next day, he took Mr. Tiger there. The next day, he took Mr. Elephant there. And after that, many of the animals had patches of land around the spring. Now they had enough food to share amongst themselves. And although the famine wasn't over, they had food at least to eat and be happy. And everybody lived happily ever after before the rains came again.
Wow!
All
What a
right.
good story.
So what did you learn from the story?
From this story, I actually learned that it's good to plan for the future. Because Mr. Rabbit looked up to the sky and he saw that the rains were coming. So he got to harvest to plant.
Beautiful.
And also, you're meant to be very kind because if Mr. Rabbit hadn't shared with Mr. Tortoise, he would have starved to death, and so will all the other animals, and Mr. Rabbit will be lonely.
Awesome! So this is it, boys and girls. I hope you also learned the lesson of kindness from this story. And of course, preparing for the future. So, this is our story for this week. And I will see you next week again when we come with another episode of
Story time with Aunty Marybeth.
Bye!
Bye!